Hello, I hope you're well. It's been a while since I've done a video, but here I am, and I hope that this video helps the people that it's meant to help. So today's video is about signs you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as human beings, we've been programmed to stay in situations where we know are not good for us because we are taught to tolerate and to keep hoping the situation will change or get better, or there's like a reward, whatever it is. But we have to unprogram these things. So, signs you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Um, the first sign is you just know it. You just know it deep in your gut. You just have this feeling you do not belong here. This could be a job, a relationship, an apartment, could also be the country you live in. You just know. And this feeling never goes away. It's always there. You just keep thinking, yo, this feeling is gonna end. But it doesn't change. It's been years. That's a sign you're in the wrong place. You see, our instincts, they are given to this is our soul speaking to us. It's God, it's your guardian angel, it's your spirit, and that's your compass. So you find that if you do not listen to that voice will hush completely. And also, we have been taught to not believe that voice, to not hear it, but you have to start learning to hear yourself, to listen to your spirit, to listen to your soul. That's how you get to where you're supposed to be in this life. It's by listening and by acknowledging yourself, your thoughts, your spirits, and the plans that God has for your life. So when you find yourself, you just hoping and hoping and hoping the situation changes, or maybe you find that you're always looking forward to the next thing, and this has been years, that means you're stuck. That means that your life is stuck, and you may have you may have finished the lesson that you're supposed to learn there, but you are stuck there. This could be because you're desperate. Again, you've been taught to be desperate. That's something that we have been programmed to do. Could be you have to acknowledge when you're desperate. What does it mean to be desperate? It means that you do not see another life. You do not see a hope without this thing. And that is over dependence. And that's where we take our own power. We take our own power from ourselves. This is how, when I say taking our power from our own self, is because we think that these things are the things that have power over us, but it's us who have power over our situations, our reality. You have to take your power back. You have to know, and you have to understand the power that you have within. Once you understand that power, once you understand who you are, I'm telling you, you are going to be on the right path, and nothing can come between that. So when you find yourself just, you have a plan, you're wishing the situation changes, that's a sign you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And also, like, you always have a backup plan. Like, I know, I know this is what is going to happen after this is done. A backup plan. Which, how do you have a backup plan for 30 years? How do you have a backup plan for 10 years? When are you gonna? That means you're really stuck. And I've seen people who have been stuck at a job for 30 years and they've hated it. I mean, these people came in this job and they knew they didn't like it from the first day, and that's what we've been programmed to do. You're not supposed to take in stuff you're not meant to take in. You're not supposed to accept, and that also comes with knowing your value, knowing your worth, and knowing what you really and truly deserve. So you're taking away from yourself. You are the one who is messing yourself up when you have these thoughts in your mind or in your subconscious. Also, another sign that you're stuck at the wrong place at the wrong time is you have fear. You have the fear of moving forward. You have the fear of what's going to happen. You have the fear of losing this thing. You just operate on fear, whatever it may be. That's a sign. Again, you have to know why you feel this fear, where these thoughts are coming from, why you feel this way. And that means sitting down with yourself and really trying to understand why you feel these feelings. And acknowledgement is the way to move forward. You know, when you find yourself, you have fear, you're operating from fear, that's a sign. Okay. So, another sign that you are stuck at the wrong place at the wrong time is this place is just toxic. It is toxic to your health, to your mind, to your body, whatever it is, it's just unbearable. But you have to keep putting up with it because, again, you're desperate, or you think the situation, or you do not even believe you deserve better, and it is just unbearable. Unbearable. Sometimes it's not even like it's toxic, like you cannot stand the people. But it's just you cannot stand the stupidity. You cannot stand how dumb people are there. You cannot stand everything. It's even sometimes things which you cannot stand because they do not go hand in hand with your values, with your morality. It's, when you see the people you work with, maybe you cannot even stand that the fact that they abuse people, or like they scam, or like they, for whatever reason, it's just toxic in its own way. It does not align with your true authentic self. That's a sign. So you better acknowledge that. You better call yourself and get to understand why this place feels toxic. Another thing is your body will just tell you. You just keep getting signals. You have anxiety, you have high blood pressure. Even the environment has completely rejected your body, you know and by the environment I mean, like, how do I even put this, like, you just feel like there's something wrong. Your body just knows. Again, that's your soul, that's your spirit. You just Your body, you just feel like maybe the room is too cold, maybe the room is too hot, maybe you just have a certain weird feeling. You cannot even tell. You cannot even decipher. It's just your body is telling you. You can be developing some crazy and strange diseases, because most of the times when you repress the voices inside of us, they show up through our body. When you repress the voices, the instinct, the gut feeling, it's going to show up in the body as an autoimmune disease. So you have to really look at that and really see that this is not where I'm supposed to be. This is not where I deserve to be. And it's also taking from yourself. You're actually taking from yourself because you're denying yourself of living to your highest potential, of living the best life for yourself. And it will be no one's fault. It is just your fault. In as much as we're on a journey, we decide, we make the choices, but you have to call yourself, and you have to know your power, and to really know your worth and your value. And you just have to do a lot of inner work. So another sign that you know that this place is just not meant for you is your thoughts, your feelings, your thoughts. If you're always in avoidance over yourself, over everything that's going on, because sometimes we train ourselves on how to ignore ourselves, to ignore our feelings. You're in avoidance. Like, how do I even say? It's not even avoidance. What I mean is, what is the name of, geez, how do I even explain this? By avoidance, it means like you're gaslighting yourself. That's the point. You are gaslight. You know the truth, but you have to keep telling yourself that this is okay. You can keep doing this. You can keep going. You see, that's another sign. You really cannot. You can gaslight yourself for good enough, but one day, sooner or later, when you are honest with yourself, it's going to hurt, and you'll only have regrets, and you do not want that. So another sign that you are in the wrong place at the wrong time is you keep getting tested. You're like, why does this place keep testing me? It's like it wants you to act out of your character. It wants you to act in the negative. It wants you to really be, yeah, to just act out of character. You think you're getting tested, could be that place. It's making you go outside your character.